This is my new custom made trailer. Obviously it's the draw pull, made out of 75 by 50. Running up, we've still got to do all the wiring and that sort of stuff. Our chain points are at the front. We move up and obviously we move to a dog style front axle. So yes, this trailer is a dog trailer. It's not a conventional pig trailer. It's designed for a car. As we can see, it just moves around quite easily. I've made the turntable. Good quality turntables are worth a fortune here in Australia. So what I've done is got 300 by 300 lumps of PFC or parallel flange channel. I've welded it up on top of itself, and then got a piece of high molecular strength polyethylene to work as a grease plate. So it's no different to a turntable on a truck these days that uses those hard rub pads. So it's got a bolt that's 30mm down there with a braking strain of over 40 tonne. The frame is all made out of 100 by 50 by 6mm, so nice and solid. High density polyethylene is used in all the bushings, so there's no grease points required. We're just running some cheap tyres here at the moment. It's all built in Ford rims. The chassis underneath, as you can see, I haven't got one axle tied up yet with brake drums and that sort of stuff, but it's got electric brake drums all round. So it's got a scissor lift underneath there. It's not actually hydraulic. It's got a pulley. This frame here is actually where the winch mounts. So if we go around the back, you can see the winch. The pulley down there through the bolt is what causes it to lift. So underneath there you might be able to see the chain. See the chain at the back there. We'll just go through and show you how it operates. Axles are made out of 65 by 65 by 5mm RHS with stub axles welded into the end of them. I've actually fabricated the sides of the trailer as well, and the backs. Toolbox that we're just in the process of making at the moment. Each side of the trailer's got these stanchions here, so holes in them, and so effectively there is our raising post for our hoist, and also doubles as our ladder rack. These stanchions that come out so that we can put a vise or an anvil or whatever and work. Trailer, we're still in the process of doing this, but rope rails went on. We've got light board underneath the back. It's all rusty. Basically I've just used pieces that over I can, couple of 50 by 25 by 3mm RHS there, welded together. Made the side hinges, some footrests so that we can gain access. So ladder bar, excuse the mess, it's just I've been using as a workbench as well. Still got a little bit of work to do in terms of welding and that sort of stuff. Next footrest, and then obviously our main structure that's in underneath the frame. It's for our step, and then it comes right around on the other side. So we'll get it to tip up for you so you can see it operating. So it's a 12,000 pound winch, designed to lift up to 55 degrees. It's just direct pull, so it's got a 4-ton lift, and as you can see it fabricated a unit to give it a little bit extra height. So as it goes up, cable straightens, chain pulls it out. Winch is there, it's just wired up at the moment, and just so that it operates. It's proof of concept. So we've got two arms that rise up onto the base of the tray, and this here is the arm that sits there. It's just pinned at the top, and as you can see, still got a few little welds to do underneath, but everything's nice and solid. We've got these two pins here welded onto the side, and we'll come back. Stabilizer bars, the rods that run down the side here is where our cables are going to go, and eventually, as you'll notice here, we've got a lump of steel under here welded pretty intensely up here. That's where a crane is actually going to go. So this trailer is designed, obviously it's a triaxle but a dog trailer. It's got 1400 kilo springs on it, and as you notice, they're all slipper. I'm not a big fan of rocker springs. In the past I've had them break, whereas I've never had a slipper break. So we'll just lower it down so you can see how the pins work on the side. There's our other stanchion out this side for our vise. Down in position. Underneath we've got these three pins here, and these pins here are so that we can actually put a pin through, and that allows us to fasten the tray to the chassis, because the idea is that we're going to make this a plant trailer as well. So the back tailgate folds down, and then you're going to have some ramps. There's going to be a light bar across the back. So things like tails and turns, plus also reflectors. It's taken some work. It's taken nearly 200 hours to get to this stage, because there's been a lot of designing in terms of concept and that sort of stuff. Toolbox here, obviously we just got the plate which we've urethane down. And there's our front ladder rack. This one here runs as a ladder rack as well, but that's the main structure for that. Toolboxes are going to open up. Spare wheel bracket. As you can see, we're in the process of just getting those final stages. Rope rails, and we're going to have obviously guards across the front. There'll be tail lights, an indicator in this position as well, so that if we are turning, people can see that. There's no metal on metal here. Everything runs on ultra high molecular polyethylene, so that's the wear parts, and that means that we can actually raise or lower depending on what we want to do. It's 40 mil. Let's just put into a lump of pipe. Good friend of mine told me that he's seen U-bolts and that sort of stuff fail over time. So with these axles, what I've actually done, as you probably notice, you can see there's no U-bolts here. So there's a top and bottom plate, high tensile bolts, high tensile bolts. It's a fabricated axle, and then it's a lump of 65 by 65 by 5 mil RHS with the stub axle welded in. At the moment, as you can see, it's pretty rusty, but that's quite okay. Nothing a bit of emery can't fix. Other than that, that's the trailer. I'm hoping that it'll be on the road in about 2 or 3 months, and then obviously my other trailer will be up for sale.